I just want y'all to know that if you feel like you're bound or stuck to something, or feel like there's a specific thing that's been in you for so long that, there's no way for, you to live a different way, I just want you guys to understand that when you dive like head first into Christianity and you accept God and start making like active changes in your life, He'll literally change your taste. God will change the way that you view people. God will change the way that, your appetites for specific things. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's food, whether it's people, places, things. You know what I mean? He'll literally have you in your Bible. You'll be getting revelation. You'll see it manifest. You know what I'm saying? And then when you're around these things, it's kind of like now you're on the outside looking in and seeing things for what it is. You know what I mean? So for an example, growing up, like my favorite Halloween, my favorite holiday was Halloween. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a family where like all the cousins would kind of like link up and things like that, and you know what I'm saying, we would all go out in like this big old group, you know what I'm saying, and trick or treat and scare each other and things like that, come back home and you know pour out all of our candy and gather around like the TV and watch like Michael Myers and things like that. I grew up loving scary movies, like you know what I'm saying, Michael Myers was like my favorite, like you know what I mean. But when God changes your taste, He will expose you to the truth, the deeper truth of specific things. You know what I mean? And I'm not here to like push anything or put down anything that anybody else is into. Like you know what I'm saying? You have your relationship with God, and I have mine. There's people that have the grace to be able to serve God and do specific things. Like you know what I'm saying? As far as like watching scary movies and things like that. Like for me, the things that I loved in my former life, you know what I'm saying, don't serve me and don't really have a place in my current life, And I say that in the boldest way possible. So I was at Walmart and I was getting some spray for like my hair and stuff. And so, obviously I'm walking by like the Halloween aisle and things like that, and I'm just looking at all the stuff. I'm smiling, like, you know what I'm saying? Smiling, like just looking at, each year you see something new or like more and more creative, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Looking at the skulls, looking at like the artsy stuff, and you know what I'm saying? The pumpkins and the orange and the hay and the candy, like, you know what I'm saying? And instead of me yearning for this thing, like, oh, my heart, I feel like I'm missing something, like, oh, it was more so like, oh, I remember this. You know what I'm saying? So when God delivers you from something, it's not going to be just like cold turkey, immediately shut off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Number one, there's going to be a recognition and a reason as to why that thing is not allowed. You know what I'm saying? It could deter your growth. It could cause you to backslide into being outside of His will. It'll cause you to, forcefully accept something negative and bad versus, you know what I'm saying, walking in truth. You know what I'm saying? Walking in purity intentionally, with intention and intent. And so if you think about somebody that, I don't know, like me, for instance, I love sweets and cake and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Say one day I wanted to, tell myself, oh, I want to lose weight. I'm eating cake, cheesecake, Snickers, all that stuff today. And I make that decision right now. And tomorrow I make the decision to, make a salad for a week. So I get my lettuce, I get my ranch, I get my vegetables, I get, you know what I'm saying, all this good stuff for a week, right? Week straight. But each and every time that I'm doing this good thing, in the back of my mind, Eat salad on day 1. I want some cake. Eat salad on day 2. I want some cake. Eat salad on day 3. I want some cookies. You know what I'm saying? And then finally, when day 5 is up, you're like, okay, I did all this good stuff. Now I deserve to do this. You know what I'm saying? And X, Y, and Z. And though, again, like I said, some people have grace to where they have like quote unquote cheat days. You know what I mean? But in the beginning stages, you have to make this a lifestyle first before you create cheat days, because cheat days can cause backsliding and for you to end up in a place that you just got delivered from. And I say that to say, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to be transitioning, if you're going to accept God, if you're going to live his way, you know what I mean, there's going to be things that you miss. There's going to be things that you love that you miss. And it's okay to, you know what I'm saying, remember, but it's not okay to sit and have those strong emotions pulling, like, oh my gosh, like I really miss this. Like I really, like, you know what I'm saying? That's how you know when you're not delivered, when, yeah, you're saying that you miss it, but then there's still emotions attached to it. More emotions towards the new thing, more emotions towards the positive thing, more emotions towards, the correct path. You know what I'm saying? So, with me being in Walmart, knowing, what season it is and everything, like, it's expected. Like, you know what I mean? And sometimes, and I've taught my kids, and sometimes we walk by because they loved Halloween, and I'll be like, they're like, oh no, don't look at the Halloween stuff. I said, babies, like, it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. The people that choose to celebrate that, that's on them. You know what I mean? But you guys don't have to put it down. You don't have to talk bad about it or anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just they don't know. You know what I mean? Don't, because all that's going to do with you guys talking bad about it and putting up this front, you know what I'm saying? You're going to, I didn't tell them this. Obviously, I told them only the first portion. But, when you love something, but then you immediately have to stop, and then now you're talking bad about it for X amount of time, eventually you're going to the devil's going to tempt you and pose an opportunity, and you're going to dive head in, you know what I mean? And then either have regrets or just be caught up back into something that's old that you got delivered from. So with me going into Walmart, walking by all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, just looking at it, like, it wasn't like a pull of emotion. It was like, that's cool. Like, I was able to smile and acknowledge, like, I really did love Halloween at a point, you know what I'm saying? But I walked by it, and as soon as I passed all the Halloween stuff and I got, towards like the home decor, it was kind of like I wasn't looking back, like, oh, like feeling any kind of way. It was kind of like that passed, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to get my stuff. And even when I turned around and started walking back towards the register, there was no, like, I don't even think that I acknowledged the Halloween stuff when I got to my, what I was there for, turned around while I was walking out. I didn't even, you know what I mean? Like, it was just kind of like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the temperament, if that's the word. That's the kind of the demeanor you would have when, something that you are truly delivered from comes to pass. It's kind of like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I remember that, and that was cool, and I acknowledge that. But you know what I'm saying? Right now, where I'm at currently, like, I'm firm and content and happy, and this is what's above that. So I hope this message, you know what I'm saying, blesses whoever it's for. And it's definitely for me. I'm literally just flowing in the spirit. He brought it on my spirit, not only today because I went to the store, but just wanted me to share that, God will change your taste. You know what I'm saying? You'll be fixated and think that this specific thing is going to be so hard to let go, but don't put no limit on God ever. You know what I mean? Just reflect on what he's done so far. Like, you know what I'm saying? One of the ladies that I watch here on YouTube, he's like, God, he created the heavens and the earth. You know what I'm saying? He's literally the breath of life in all of us. He's the one that's sustaining our heartbeat right now. You know what I'm saying? He's the one sustaining our life right now. He's the one sustaining our health right now. He's the one that put a roof over our head. You know what I'm saying? Got us from point A to point B to go to a place where we can, have money in our pockets to be able to take care of ourselves and our families and whatever, any responsibilities that we have. He's the one that sustains us spiritually when if God was not the case, if we lose his grace, if he turns his face from us, it'll be a totally different story. You know what I mean? That's the God that we serve. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to share. I hope everybody has a blessed night. Peace, y'all.